Welcome to another NWSL match day. Erica Ayala here as Kansas City hosts the Chicago Red Stars at Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Kansas. We have an exciting matchup for you tonight. Chicago sitting in one of the top spots in the NWSL standings. They are 4-1-3 on the season. They again will be playing Kansas City, sitting a little bit further down in the standings at 2-4-2. Going to be a great matchup tonight. Chicago in that playoff picture, of course, as we head toward an international window. We'll talk about some call-ups that have happened throughout the league, and of course, with these two clubs, Kansas City currently in 10th with a little bit of work to do. But we heard from Matt Porter throughout the week, I should say, and likes what his team is able to do as far as being able to impact the game in ways that they want. Now just have to work on that finish, refine some things, and get a result. They have some additions coming over from Racing Louisville, and we'll talk about that throughout the game. For Chicago, looking at 3 clean sheets, it will be Alyssa Nair in goal for Chicago once again. Mallory Pugh coming back to this team has been a great impact for the Red Stars. Also want to recognize that the NWSL wants to wish everyone a happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth is officially June 19th, which of course will be tomorrow, but Kansas City joining the Juneteenth festivities. Juneteenth is a specific holiday that recognizes when enslaved people in Galveston, Texas were finally emancipated. That came 2 months after the official end of the Civil War and over 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation by then President Abraham Lincoln. So we hope you can take time to celebrate and reflect on Juneteenth, a pivotal moment in United States history, and for only the second year, a national holiday. Of course, you saw Kristen Hamilton there. It is also Pride Month and Father's Day weekend. We hope you are celebrating with families, also sending love to those who might find this weekend a little difficult. But either way, it's all love as we get ready for this match here in Kansas. And we're off. We've got KC and their red kits. Saw that they have their Pride jerseys as part of their kits. Chicago in white.
Introducing tonight's official. The co-official is Sean Tahiti. Assistant referees Melissa Beck and Matthew Rodman. And tonight's referee is
Chicago. Starting with some early possession, but you see already Kansas City with some pressure. Throw in here as Chicago resets. That's Kaiser, one of the players we mentioned, Cece Kaiser, coming back to Kansas City, to the Kansas City area, I should say. Wanted to be closer to home. Heard from Matt Porter that Kaiser has been taking extra meetings as we see Hamilton on the ball now. KC trying to get something going. But that's thwarted. Nair punts that one out. Get a throw in on the sideline, near side here. Able to get that one, but quickly taken away and regained. Mallory Pugh now dances with the ball. But Kaiser coming to Kansas City, only her second match with this club, again coming from Racing Louisville, but has taken additional meetings, extra training time to get acclimated with this KC current team. Chicago settling, advancing through the back. We'll get a throw in here. Hill on the ball, trying to get that to DiBernardo, intercepted. Now Casey with a run, and DiBernardo takes down Labonta. And it's a yellow card. DiBernardo not believing that the crime worth the punishment. But that is a yellow card, first of the match. As you see, Labonta gets past DiBernardo. DiBernardo then uses that hand to slow her down. And we have a yellow. Nisi over the ball. Ball in, header over the crossbar. That was DeFalva. Finds that, but just sails it over the crossbar. Nice little opportunity here by KC. Again, feeling that although they haven't gotten the results that they want, things are coming together. And perhaps a little bit of a miscue here. Nair boots that one out. KC now going to get a throw in. Not too far from where they just had that free kick. Trying to utilize the defense. Change that point of attack. 80 French in net for KC. Nair, we mentioned before. Both have spent time with the U.S. national team. Sato. Ooh, a little bit of a miscue there. St. George unable to corral that pass. Saw Kaiser there, trying to beat out Morse, defender for Washington, or excuse me, Chicago. Nice little pass there, but St. George offside. Cheated a little bit too much there.
Face.
See there, head coach Chris Petroselli.
Yeah, be careful.
For Chicago. Might have overheard him and the coaching staff having some words about that yellow card. Head coach Matt Porter of Kansas City knows that this is a Chicago team that Kansas City must respect. Coming in unbeaten in their last 3. Says that Chicago has the consistency that Kansas City is striving for. And I think Kansas City so far has really tried to play up and honor the respect that they have. Nice little play here, little flick there by Kaiser. And you see Hamilton Kaiser again. Easily could have been a ball that Casey gives up on. Kaiser makes something of that, beats Kolowski, and then has an opportunity on the rebound. But great job there. Again, that's Hamilton coming in. Makes Nair have to play that. have a corner kick here for Kansas City. Referee JC Griggs, excuse me. Making sure there's no shenanigans in the box. Ball in, short, played short. Goal! You see that ball in. Played it short. Casey Current sets up their offense and able to get by Chicago. Alyssa Nair. Exactly what Matt Porter wants from his team. You see the overlap here. Mays here is gonna boot that ball in. Goes right over Scott, but Hamilton once again in the mix. What was great about that was that there were multiple options there. You see Desiree Scott goes up for the header. It cleared her, but Hamilton comes streaking in and gets the first goal in the first 10 minutes of this match for Kansas City. Now Chicago looking there for St. George. Excellent start here for Kansas City. It's the consistency of full match that they've been struggling a little bit with, but keeping the positivity. Lola Bonta talked earlier in this season just about how much she's enjoying playing with this KC team, and now they're hoping that this strong start will bode well as they look for a result here. Still lots left in this match, so now it's going to be about continuing the offensive attack while also being strong defensively. This Chicago team has 12 goals, 12 goals for in the regular season, 8 goals against. Compare that to Kansas City. They have 6 goals for, and they allow 11 goals, have allowed so far. So being defensively sound, especially now with a 1-goal lead, is going to be imperative for Kansas City. As for Chicago, they know that they can score. Setting up now is going to be important here. Kowalski gets that to St. George. Bernardo. Colaprico now. Deflection from that back line of Kansas City, now controlled by Kansas City. That's Labonta that goes down. You can hear the supporters of Kansas City making the noise, trying to get their team going here, as right now they are on the board. 1 goal, Kristen Hamilton scores it. Hamilton with this goal today, that means scored in the last 3 now KC Current matches. excuse me, I believe I said earlier that Chicago is on a 3-game unbeaten streak. Well, they do have 3, but they have another 3. That's 6. It's KC that's unbeaten in 3. Just want to make that correction. Kansas City pushing the attack. Fava. Something interesting about Chicago, they average the 3rd fewest chances created per game at 7 chances per game, but are tied for 2nd in the NWSL at 1.5 goals per game. They're tied with North Carolina. Only Portland averages more at 1.9 per game. Portland will play tomorrow. Hamilton being aggressive there, but Chicago able to deal with the pressure. Cross into their offensive area. Nice little ball in. But going to be given to Kansas City. These two teams met twice in the Challenge Cup this season. It's the tournament, of course, that preceded the regular season. Nagasatu with a slide. Might have touched it. Kansas City will get the restart here. In those 2 matches, Kansas City won both. 2-1 was the score line. Kansas City opts to go short once again. And that ball was a service in. DiBernardo took that fully to the front side of the body, perhaps the stomach or chest area. Might have gotten the wind knocked out. Looks to be the case, as taking a few deep breaths. That never feels good from point blank range with the force that those services come in. Look at the replay here. DiBernardo wearing the captain's band for Chicago. Seems to be all right to continue. Hamilton, nice little move there. DiBernardo, though, shuts it down. Well done for Chicago to avoid giving up a corner, as you see the Juneteenth marquee here. 1865, again, is what we talked about earlier as far as the liberation of enslaved people in Galveston, Texas. Another thing that you see throughout the league as far as the Juneteenth celebrations is support of the Black Women's Players Collective. The BWPC aims to advance opportunities for Black girls in sport and beyond. Saw a lot of KC players coming into the stadium with Black Women's Players Collective gear, which is available in stadium and will be available online for KC Current fans, a lot of the other teams as well doing the same. Washington Spirit, I know, had 100% of the proceeds of those sales yesterday, as we got a ball in here. Headed away, out of danger, now Chicago. So check out the Black Women's Players Collective as part of the Juneteenth celebration happening throughout the NWSL. A few free kicks here for Kansas City. They're up 1 goal. Not quite 20 minutes in the match yet. Good start for Kansas City. Chicago, again, a team that might not create a lot of chances, but here's one for them. And French able to extend. Low ball, pushes that aside, making sure that Chicago stays off the board. You see right there, dispossesses Scott right there. Dangerous place to have a giveaway. But French able to make the save. And now Chicago will have a corner. Again, not a lot of chances that they generate, but can be lethal when they do. Mallory Pugh swings that one, but not able to keep it on the right side of the goal line. Hits the nets. French now will have a kick. So just in that sequence, ahead of the corner, see how dangerous this Chicago offense can be. French was up to the task. Again, Chicago putting on pressure. Dispossesses KC, starting a run of their own. Hill to Pugh, and Pugh knocks that one right into Ball.
He has it directly to her head. That's why he called him on so quick. That's what he's thinking.
And so this ball with force from Pugh hits Ball. More or less point blank to the head, which is why we immediately see the training staff called on. Ball obviously in pain. Not much you can do to protect yourself there. Just laying down now. Hamilton there for support as well. Hazard of the job, especially as a defender. Being checked out. You know that the NWSL does have concussion protocol. Any contact to the head, be it with another player or otherwise, is going to be taken seriously, and we see that happening now. Running Hill through the paces. Or excuse me, Ball. I think I said Hill. Apologies. Elizabeth Ball, defender for Kansas City. Product of Illinois State University.
Well, actually, we look
Always unfortunate to see a player down. This, of course, will impact stoppage for the first half. We have a look at this Kansas City crowd. Hamilton right there for her teammate. Porter calls over the rest of the team. Not much you can do there. And by the reaction to the crowd, and as we see now,
yes, I do know how to.
Elizabeth Ball sitting upright now. You see the current staff seem to be communicating. But seeing Ball sit up. The rest of the players for both sides take this opportunity to hydrate. Is up on her feet. You see Mallory Pugh, of course, showing support. Obviously never intend to hit someone directly in the face with a kick, aiming for the back of the net. But good thing to see Ball walking off under her own power. Edmonds comes over. Taking it nice and slow with the support of the Kansas City staff there. Wouldn't be surprised if we see an early substitution. We see Merrick on the sideline here. That's Addison Merrick. And we're going to see this once again. Pugh right there. Strikes that with the side of her foot, looking to get past French and get Chicago on the board. Ball doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Unfortunately, left herself exposed and vulnerable. And the substitution coming official now. We mentioned Merrick coming in, and this is a like for like. As we see Matt Porter giving some instructions. And there we go. Merrick in, ball out. And shortly we will play on.
Thank you. 6 minutes confirmed.
And again, this will impact stoppage time. We'll have that a little closer to time. Still plenty of soccer or football to play in this first half. Kansas City on the attack. Find Kaiser. Scott to Edmonds. Now to Merrick coming in, and Pugh able to intercept that. You see there, Edmonds comes in a big way, and now Kansas City pushing the attack. Hamilton is there. A little bit behind her. Good idea though. Just couldn't connect. Now Chicago, Nagasato. Kowalski. Again. Pugh. Clearly offside. Kansas City holding that line well. So we'll see how both teams now are able to come out of that stoppage. Kowalski saves that. Moves it forward, Nagasato. Pugh. Colaprico now sends it over. In. Pugh steps on it, has to reset there. An opportunity there for Chicago. Unfortunately, Pugh kind of stepped on that ball, but they're getting in. They're absolutely sneaking in. And Kansas City, their back line has done well, but the short passes getting them a little bit out of position. They have to be careful. Sneaky Chicago team again. Don't need a lot of chances to score.
Let's go, ref! Get in play!
Throw in by Kansas City. Nice. DiBernardo's going to bring this down for Chicago. Pugh dances. Ooh, nice by Loera. And here we go. Opportunity. What a save by Nair. Kaiser has been all over this game for Kansas City. Great ball in. But Nair does what Nair does best. Comes up big and strong for this Chicago Red Stars team. Milazzo got tangled up there. Let's look at this opportunity again. Just what a great service there. Kaiser. That's Pickett to Kaiser. Oh, man. St. George, you saw, a little bit frustrated with herself. One of those touches betrayed her a little bit. And we hear a whistle. That is for a hydration break. 89 degrees in Kansas City, Kansas today. Had a high upwards of 95 today. As we see the players, Nair right there for Chicago marching toward the sideline. Just had a big save on Kaiser. That's French for Kansas City. Hydration breaks, crucially important in these summer months for these players. See the ice towels, water bottles. Also, of course, you see the coaches and the technical staff there giving instruction, letting the players know without having to yell across the pitch what they're seeing. Where they want the team to press, they want to improve. At this hydration break, we see that the shots are recorded. 3 for Kansas, 2 for Chicago. On goal, 2 of those shots for Kansas City, 1 for Chicago. Corners, both team has had 1 corner. 1 yellow card that was assessed to DiBernardo from Chicago. Passing accuracy favors Chicago, as well as possession. 80% passing accuracy, possession is 57% to Kansas City. That has been updated. 38% possession for Kansas City, 61.7% possession for Chicago. And yet, it's Kansas City with the 1-goal lead. Both Nair and French have had to make a save. Nair's was the most recent on Kaiser. Great ball in by Pickett Franch gets us started again out of the hydration break. Nagasato brings that down, or heads that down, excuse me. And will now toss this in. Quick start there, as you had Edmonds that was down for a little bit of an extended time, and now still a little shaky. Keep an eye on number 3 in red, Edmonds. We'll see if this is just a bit of a sting or something that is ongoing. Malpew to take the free kick here, get started. Both teams setting up here. And now off to the races. Kansas City. Kaiser once again. Little hesitation. Hits the Jets again. Had Hamilton, but opts to keep it on this side of the field. Nice run there by Kansas City, but ultimately leads to a kick, goal kick. See the Tifos here, supportive not just of Juneteenth, but Black Lives Matter. There we go. Hear the drum unit for the KC Current supporters. But it's Chicago now with the ball for a moment, at least. Kansas City. Scott gets that over to Mace. Was looking for Labonta, but then a deflection. Labonta gets a run. Great sliding tackle there. And now Nagasato. Nagasato taken down by Labonta. I was mentioning earlier, as you see Labonta kind of giving an indication, you know, my bad, that's on me. Really likes the communication, feels that this Kansas City team is having a lot of fun, but they hold each other accountable in ways that are loving and all about what their goals are. Pugh now. Pugh still earns a corner. You see that Merrick had to come in again for ball. Early substitution due to an injury to ball. Ball in, but wide. Franch didn't need to make a save on that. Another thing we heard from head coach Matt Porter, knows that Chicago dealing with a lot of injuries. They got Pugh only recently in this regular season. Nice by Nagasato, but you see that Mace able to win that ultimate battle. Now we're pushing the ball to Falva, but standing her up, Milazzo. Great physical defensive battles on both sides for both clubs in this match so far. Did get that early yellow card, but I think more or less letting the teams play. Love to see it. Kowalski to St. George. There's that physical play we're talking about. Mace against St. George. See this again. And the two just kind of bump shoulder to shoulder. Okay with that. Like that kind of play. But CPU able to make an impact coming back, but Porter said of this Chicago team that it's next player up, and Kansas City having to play that way as well, as indicated by the early substitution. Nothing much to that opportunity there for Chicago. Kansas City gonna have a throw in here. And though Chicago may not need a lot of chances to score, it's always good to know that you can make something out of those free kicks. And so far, hasn't been the case for Chicago. Something that we'll see if they can clean up as we move forward. Speaking of, now moving the ball forward, Mace, for Kansas City. But Chicago now making a run. See, Stevens was smart there. Stay in lockstep with that back line. Didn't want to get another offside. Already have had a few. Nagasato in. French goes up. Brings that down. It's Hill to Nagasato. Sends that in. Kansas City takes care of it. Pugh. DiBernardo. Pugh again for Chicago. To DiBernardo. Change the point of attack now. Milazzo. Nagasato. Chicago being more mindful, wanting to stay onside. Already have a few flags up on them. Ball in. High and wide. Morse there. Just a little bit too high, a little bit too wide. Wide of that far post. French didn't need to make a save on that one. Hunt this one down. Chicago comes down with it. Nagasato, head up, but closed in. Kansas City does a great job closing in on Nagasato. Kowalski. Whistle blows. They're going to award this to Kansas City. Taking a look at Edmonds.
I didn't have it.
Kansas City favoring that right side. Hamilton. Chicago comes up with it. Kowalski. Colaprico. Intercepted for a moment there. Good heads-up play there. Ball aiming to get that to Pugh. Pugh was trying to cut through that back line and gets called for that foul. Great job there by Kansas City. I've seen a few times that defensively they're closing in on Chicago and making them either have to redirect or, in that case, as we saw with Pugh, run right through them. Both effective in trying to stop Chicago. Porter knew that was something his team was going to have to do, have to focus on, and sometimes that means sacrificing the body. Mayor to Kowalski. Desiree Scott. Chicago getting the throw in. They want to move quickly. Pugh gets that to DiBernardo a little bit too hard, and just what we talked about. Closing in, establishing position, and making Chicago run through you. That's going to be foul every time, every day of the week. DiBernardo didn't like it, but not much to argue. And Chicago can play that game as well. Hill. Although we were running close to time in this half, you have to imagine there'll be a decent amount of stoppage time. Lola Bonta took an awkward little spill there, had to recover by crawling. Seems to be okay though. Again, we'll have that official stoppage time for you, but as Hamilton trying to track that one down, Nair punts it away. This will be a throw-in for Kansas City. Should get that indication of stoppage soon. Pugh overruns that a little, but recovers. Pugh lets that go. That's Hill to Pugh. And we can confirm 8 minutes of stoppage time now being announced in arena. Mallory Pugh. It's a good amount of time at the end of 45. Players did have that hydration break, and of course, the break as ball was being tended to. Chicago with the possession. That ball sails over the crossbar. French didn't need to make a save, but you see was barking instructions to her teammates. French will have this kick here. See Porter saying wants his team to compete for that second ball. That ball up now. French kicks it and compete for the second ball, and there it goes. Kansas City wins that, just as we were able to hear Porter in giving that instruction to his team. Again, said this week that the results, as far as wins, losses, might not be exactly what Kansas City wants. They're in 10th in the standings, but the execution is getting better and better. Mace from Kaiser. Hamilton's got to be careful. Heads up play there by Mace, knowing that Hamilton was offside. DiBernardo and Nagasatu mix it up, but we play on. Kaiser cuts through the defense once, twice, trying to do it a third. Chicago clears it. Edmonds and French helping reset for Kansas City. Coming close to our stoppage, minimum of 8 is what was given. Again, Elizabeth Ball injured in this match. Addison Merrick on as the substitution. Desiree Scott, though, kind of gives that one away. A little bit of a unforced error. Now trying to make good on it. Closes in. Labonta might have lost the shin guard. We play on. Kaiser. Good job by Kowalski to at least slow her down, if not get the ball. But DiBernardo now wanting to push. Looking for Pugh. Finds Pugh. Gets Bass Merrick. Shot in. French with the save. You saw not only the speed, but the strength of Pugh. Getting past Merrick and then absorbing the shoulder contact. Having and forcing, I should say, French to make that save. This might be the last push here for Kansas City. Hamilton trapped that, touched it with the hand. So Chicago now with an opportunity. As stoppage is bound to come up here shortly. 8 minutes minimum was awarded, granted, I should say. Kowalski for Chicago. Pushing it up. St. George back to Kowalski. Colaprico finds Nakasato. DiBernardo was looking for Hill. Hill tracks it down. Service in. No one from Chicago able to direct that towards French, but they get the ball back. Crossing over, looking for Hill. DiBernardo settles it down. Shot deflected by Labonta. Colaprico. Check that. That was Morse that ends up taking it. Ball service in. Head. But again, Kansas City just doing a great job closing in on Chicago. Really no opportunity to get a strong header on that. Both teams showing a little bit of fatigue as we near this extended first half. That's St. George there, Pugh, with a few opportunities, including the most recent for Chicago. French had to make a save, kind of stabbed at that. A low ball in by Pugh. Scott and Pugh battling. Pugh wins. Scott stays on. Hill. Battling there with Delfava, excuse me. DiBernardo. Pugh. You could see Kansas City Current was quite confident that was going to be an offside. And the formation really great for Kansas City. See this play again. DiBernardo dances and you see, yep, Pugh sneaks in. Good communication also. Tempting as a defender to want to follow that attacker.
Come on, come on, come on!
And essentially keep her on. So you hear from the sidelines, both coaches telling their team to push, press. French. Second ball in is what Kansas City wants to win, and they do. Mace to Scott, Canadian national team member, gold medalist. Returns to Kansas City. Of course, there was a franchise here before the Current. FC, ooh, big push there by Mace. A little bit more than the shoulder-to-shoulder that we've been seeing. And whistled as such. And that was on DiBernardo, perhaps wondering why she was booked early and Mace wasn't on that push. But we play on. Hill gets past Scott. Was looking there for Stevens. Laprigo to DiBernardo. And there is finally that whistle. And right now, going into halftime, Hamilton right there, number 25, is the difference in this game. Kansas City Current leads Chicago Red Stars 1-0 after the first 45 plus.
Very nice, very nice. Dad and daughter duo, 2.
We are back here for the second half. Kansas City hosting the Chicago Red Stars, and the hosts have the most goals so far. Kristen Hamilton, the lone goal scorer in this match that had an extended first half due to an injury to defender for the KC Current. Elizabeth Ball took a ball to the face, came off the boot of Mallory Pugh, and Addison Merrick was the substitution there. At the half, we have shots in favor of Chicago. Shots on goal, though, in favor of Kansas City. They've had 3 to Chicago's 1. Chicago 5 shots, Kansas City 4. Yellow cards, 1. That was assessed to DiBernardo early in the first. Possession goes in favor of Chicago. And saves. Alyssa Nair has come up twice for Chicago. A.D. French making a big save on Mallory Pugh for Kansas City. We'll look to see what substitutions we have leading directly into the half, or if those will be substitutions that we get throughout the second half. Had a hydration break in the first. It was a high of 85 today in Kansas City, Kansas. But as we now wind down into these summer nights in the Midwest, both teams taking the pitch. The keys to the match for Chicago coming in, as we see Nagasato there, were value possession, to be solid defensively, and create scoring chances, to create goal scoring chances. I think that they've definitely done all of those things, really. But it was Kristen Hamilton and this KC Current team that were able to beat that defense and lead in this game. Labonta, someone that's been in the mix. And KC Current announcing that Elise Bennett coming on for Victoria Pickett. Chance here. Hamilton doesn't like the call. Mayer ready to get it going. Crowd didn't like it either, but just like that, Hamilton early on testing this back line for Chicago. Again, one of their 3 keys, wanting to be solid defensively. And they were able to keep Hamilton offside, but Hamilton getting a feel for that back line. Chicago once again solid defensively there, able to push that away, but give it right back to Kansas City. Hamilton. Chicago and that defense being tested right away. Nagasatu. Head up. Hill. Goes toe-to-toe with Mace. Mace ready to throw that ball in, but will have to move aside. Now Chicago, that's had to do some defending early in this second, hoping to get things going. DiBernardo picks that up. Finds Pugh. Flag up. Branch finds Hamilton. Del Fava. Chicago dispossesses Kansas City. Kowalski was there. Gets it again to Colaprico. Or excuse me, check that. That was Malazzo. St. George looking for Nagasato. Kansas City recovers. A little bit of a miscue. That ball from Scott to Mace. See what Bennett was trying to do there. Unfortunately, Kansas City runs out of real estate, but Chicago with the throw in. Again intercepted. Kaiser having a strong first 2 matches with this Kansas City team. Acquired from Racing Louisville. Wanting to be back home. And Kansas City quite enjoying having Kaiser. Labonta looking for Hamilton. A little bit too hard. Nair comes out, plays that. Mace now settles it. Possession overall in this match favors Chicago, but Kansas City has definitely been ticking away at that particular stat in the second half, in particular Hamilton. Colaprico and Hamilton mix it up. Hamilton a little slow to get up. Get some assistance from Captain Desiree Scott. See Edmonds there. And yeah, Colaprico locks legs with Hamilton, impeding her progress. Restart here on the free kick. Few options, they play it back. Colaprico overshot that a little. Kansas City gets it back. Ooh, misplayed there, but picked up by Kaiser. Looking for Hamilton, who turns. Doesn't get all of that. Opened her hips, though, and turned after that ball was maybe placed on her opposite foot. You see she's talking to Kaiser there a little bit. Good win by Labonta. Heel kick, but Chicago recovers. Pugh. Good recovery there. That was Hamilton coming back. As Merrick, we've seen twice already, having trouble staying with Pugh. Good heads up play, or excuse me, that was Edmonds. My mistake. Heads up play by Edmonds there to help Merrick, who's having a handful with Pugh, who will take this corner for Chicago. Header! Goal! Kowalski gets Chicago on the board. Not much French could do with that. A few lackluster corners we saw from Chicago in the first half, but that one Great ball in. Kowalski. And the defense didn't see her coming. No one tracked Kowalski. Excellent, excellent play by Chicago. For the equalizer, Amanda Kowalski at the 53rd minute. We have ourselves a match here, folks. Opportunity for Kansas City. Kowalski now doing it on the defensive side. Kansas City will set up for this corner kick. Chicago has had more corners in this game, 3. Prior to that one, that just led to a goal. Kansas City now with a corner, an opportunity here. And that ball's gonna roll across the sideline. Will stay with Kansas City. They'll have an opportunity here. Chicago able to get rid of that, but Kansas City gets it back. Another ball in. Trying to flick that one on, perhaps for Kaiser. But Chicago now has an opportunity. Brand new ball game, so to speak. The match now equal. We're level at 1 goal aside. With plenty of time in the second half here. We saw a very extended stoppage time due to that injury to ball. Desiree Scott wins this one. Pushes it. That's Bennett there. Labonta trying to find Kaiser. Still has time. Can she run it down? No. A little bit too strong. Labonta now. Was looking there. Just didn't quite strike it the way she wanted. Scott wins that for a moment, but now Chicago with it. Guerra tosses that in. Delfalva, or excuse me, that was Stevens. Of course, Chicago now going the opposite way in the whites. Franch comes in, plays that. Keeps Edmonds away. Kansas City, the home team, wearing their red. Teal socks, I'd say. These are probably a teal kind of color here. They have the Pride numbers on their jersey. As we see a handful of the teams throughout the league, this is still Pride Month. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, happy Juneteenth, happy Black Pride. All of the things. It's just speaking to one of the greats to play women's soccer, Brianna Scurry. That was her phrase. All of the things we get to celebrate in June. Chicago now. Ball over to St. George. Pugh. And in the box, Scott takes down Pugh. And is going to argue her case to J.C. Griggs. But you see that Hill gets this over to St. George. who finds Pugh. And then you see Scott bumps Pugh. And we've already seen Chicago get the equalizer in this second half. Mallory Pugh, an opportunity, goes head to head with A.D. French. Shoots, scores. Mallory Pugh gets Chicago the lead. And up until that penalty, we'd seen that Pugh's goals had come in the run of play or basically non-penalties, but now is able to add that to the repertoire, to the resume, I should say.
Hey, tight up, tight up.
And unfortunate there, Scott comes in hard and strong.
Hey, a little more direct, a little more direct.
French, you see, goes the wrong way.
Tell everybody there.
Pugh shoots that with some authority. 2-1, Chicago.
Alyssa!
Chicago making some substitutions. Got Cook in for Stevens, as we see. Ava Cook for Ella Stevens. Making these substitutions immediately after gaining the lead. All gas, no brakes for Chicago, perhaps? Getting some fresh legs in. This is a Kansas City team that is looking to get some positive results, but they're going to have to do it from behind now. Another substitution for Chicago. We see St. George out. And that's Bluebird in for St. George.
Go! Yeah. Go, come on! All right. All right, that's all right. Come on.
So Chicago again. All gas, no brakes perhaps
Come away,
here.
Come away!
Looking to take advantage now that they have the momentum in this match. The go-ahead goal as of now. Mallory Pugh from the spot. Desiree Scott, captain for this Kansas City team, takes down Pugh in the box. Leads to a penalty kick. Pugh beats French. Chicago beating Kansas City 2-1. See a collision here. Merrick and Nagasato. Chicago's going to get this. Crowd doesn't like it. A little bit of confusion here, as we can see on Nair's face. Deemed a throw-in. Chicago with the throw-in. Kansas now. Unfortunately, that bounces right back out of play. And Chicago now. Hill to Pugh. But Desiree Scott collects. Changes that attack with the help there of Edmonds. Scott. Kaiser. Challenged there by Lubert. Chicago now. Pugh looking for Pugh. She beats the defense, but great play and recovery by French. As you see, she gives some instruction to her back line. What a nice ball here by Lubert. And you see Pugh, as it's Merrick, doesn't quite time that tackle and get that leg out to beat Pugh. Merrick getting an early substitution, as it was Ball, Elizabeth Ball, coming out of the game, and Chicago has been able to expose Merrick a few times in this match. Pugh in particular. Speaking of, there's Pugh now. Kowalski. Got that first goal. Ooh. Bodies hit the floor, we play on. Though a few players might be worse for the wear, including, that's Cook that went down. Looked like might have face planted. Shaking it off, squinting it out. But Mace also down. Did not see any immediate contact. Mace went down behind the play. Was not involved in the contact that took Cook down. Mace does look shaken up. Cramps, perhaps. I believe that's Desiree Scott helping her teammate out. It's about that time of the match. You see Cook still shaking that out. You see this challenge. Gets tripped up. Oof. Face straight to the pitch. Then gets, I think that was Luera, kind of fell on her inadvertently. Mace up and moving. Ball in, we play on. Chicago. Looking for Pugh. That ball played to French. We'll have to kick it. Intercepted there. That was Hill. Chicago still has it. Kansas City trying to work this one out of danger. Chicago again. Now to Hill, as Nagasatu maybe overran Pugh a little bit. Pugh liked it though, just didn't connect. Momentum seems to be swinging more and more for Chicago. Kansas City looking to find their stride in this second half. And will again be coming from behind the rest of the way until they tally another goal if they can in this match. Chicago once again. Kansas boots that. Kaiser strikes. Goal! What a strike by C.C. Kaiser! Kaiser for Kansas City. The crowd, they like it. Nair, her reaction indicated, if only for a moment, that maybe she'd want that back. Bennett to Kaiser, dribbles, gets past Kowalski, just enough separation. You see Nair got a piece of that one, but Kaiser strikes this one. Had Nair going toward that near post, then had to dive to the far post. Welcome to Kansas City, CC Kaiser. 68-minute goal. And Kaiser will come off the pitch to a roaring applause. Does her job, but now Chardonnay Curran will come in. Kaiser will get a seat. Also have Isabel Rodriguez in for Mace. So, all gas, no brakes now. KC's turn as they score, making those substitutions, including for the most recent goal scorer, CC Kaiser. And now hoping to get that momentum on their side. Hamilton switches that. Labonta. Bennett. Bennett still. Great defensive play there, as Bennett was looking for a streaking Hamilton. Kaiser's goal being announced, her first of the season, her first with KC Current, again coming over from Racing Louisville. That ball too far for Bennett. Subbed in Elise Bennett for Pickett. With the exception of the injury to Ball, all substitutions in this match have come in the second half. Great deal of them after the last two goals. Pugh from the spot, and CC Kaiser for the home crowd. Chicago now. Kowalski, a goal scorer. Beautiful, beautiful goal by Kowalski. Set up on a corner by Mallory Pugh, who has the second Chicago goal. Kansas City pushing the ball up. Unable to reach Bennett. DiBernardo for Chicago. Dances around. Gets past Corinne. Excuse me, Curran. Bennett. Ball drops. 50-50 ball. Scott settles it for Kansas City. Service in, looking for Bennett. Good idea. Can't win the aerial battle though. For Chicago. Into that, French makes that save, able to do so easily. Curran in for Cece Kaiser. And Elise Bennett came in for Pickett, and of course we had Merrick for Ball. Getting some now substitutions for Chicago, who have already subbed in Liebert for DiBernardo and Cook for Stevens. Now we're gonna get Motts in the game. Motts now on. Comes in for Hill. And Yuki Nagasato also coming off for Chicago. Players no longer have to come to that fourth official, but can exit the pitch from the course's goal line or sideline. See Griffith there. Comes in for Nagasato. '76th minute here. We've had equalizer most recently by Cece Kaiser. Mallory Pugh, though, had the first equalizer. Or excuse me, Mallory Pugh had the first go-ahead for Chicago. Kristen Hamilton had the first goal of the game, but Amanda Kowalski had that equalizer for Chicago. Then Mallory Pugh gets the go-ahead. Cece Kaiser with an equalizer. Both teams have an unbeaten streak on the line. Of course, if things stay level, that stays intact. However, both teams also looking to punch it up in the win column. Pugh to Motts, one of the substitutions just now. See there, Motts came in for Hill. We also had Griffith for Nagasato. Branch. Colaprico goes up. And over the back, if you will. KC on that reset gives it up. Pew now has it. For Cook, back to Pew. Now looking for Lubert. Edmonds heads up play there. Gets a goal kick. Kansas City 2-1 here at home. Chicago is 1-1 on the road. Kansas City Current has their only 2 wins in their club history against Chicago came this year in the Challenge Cup. But the Red Stars lead the head-to-head, having 3 wins. All time over Kansas City. Griffith. Into the splits, my goodness. Trying to save that and punch it over to DiBernardo.
Constantly got to be aware with Mount Hewitt. That's the number 1 priority. Charney got to get back earlier. Number 1 priority is make sure we're matched up Mount Hewitt. But in Addie, see how she's
You can hear Matt Porter on the sideline saying the number 1 priority for this Kansas City team, marking Mallory Pugh.
Sub, 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 sub.
And for good reason. And Lo LaBonta gonna take a break. As Taylor Leach is gonna come in. Of the 2 Chicago goals, Mallory Pugh directly involved with both. Got the assist for Amanda Kowalski, and then from the spot, after being taken down in the box by Desiree Scott, converts on the PK, beating French, and at the time, giving Chicago the goal, or the go-ahead goal, which of course would not stand as the go-ahead nor the game winner, because CeCe Kaiser able to get Kansas City level before exiting this match. But Porter wants to see Kansas City marking Pugh, and again, she's been involved in every goal for Chicago in this match. But now Kansas City trying to make something happen of their own. And nothing much that Chicago could do but boot that away, as that was Lubert pushes that aside and is going to lead to a corner kick for Kansas City. 5 corners in this match, 3 of those though for Chicago, including Kowalski, Pugh to Kowalski. That was their first goal of the game, the 53rd minute. Kansas City now. We've got Hamilton and Bennett there. Ball in. We're gonna get another chance here. Merrick is the one ended up with that ball on her at her feet. Couldn't get anything onto Nair, but does. With Kansas City, another corner. Leach there, looking for Hamilton. And Nair ready to toss that one away, but we have a whistle, player down. Training team being called.
But how we can stop the game?
Where is she injured, JC?
Come on.
And
Is
see,
this for real?
got taken
Is this
down.
for real?
I'm trying right now. Give me a second. He's talking.
Merrick
I really am trying.
gets taken down at the legs, and you can hear some of the conversation wondering why the match was paused. Didn't appear
Is he a
to
doctor?
be
He's got
anything dealing the head. Chris Petroselli
I had to listen to you.
making a
They're trying
case.
to be respectful.
I appreciate that. I know you are. I can see how hard you're working. Let me deal with this phone.
She go?
I just
Hey,
have.
ref! You go on, right?
No. When we wave her when the balls are over.
And we play on. Chicago didn't like that play was stopped. Pugh gets that ball. Waits now, pulls back. And French had to make a quick save, one-handed, as Pugh cuts that ball back and Griffith gets something on it. Such a heads-up play by Mallory Pugh. Came in with speed, couldn't get past Kansas City, pulls it back, finds Griffith, forces French to make a save. Can't say for certain what AD French said, but maybe something about get that and out of here. Ball up. French makes another save. '86 plus already gone in this match. Unbeaten streaks. If this score stands, will remain for both sides. Though at points, both teams definitely played well enough to earn a result. See how much stoppage time we get. Had over 8 minutes in the first half. That was due in large part to the injury to Elizabeth Ball. And we see another yellow card. Del Fava, excuse me, taken down. JC Griggs. We see that's Colaprico. Gets booked, joins DiBernardo. Nair all over that one. Rolls it along, but that's intercepted by Kansas City. And they'll get a throw in here. Chicago unable to push that ball forward. Chicago now trying to create any attack. But once again, they lose the ball. Great play there by Isabel Rodriguez. Goes shoulder to shoulder, wins that battle, earns the throw in here. Minimum of 3 minutes we're hearing for stoppage. A far cry from the 8 that we saw in the first half. That when it was all said and done was closer to 10. So minimum of 3 is what we're hearing and likely will be announced soon. Can either side get something going late in this game? In this league, we've seen many of matches decided in stoppage. Will we have that tonight in Kansas City? DiBernardo to Motts. Nice play there by Griffith. Opens up the hips. Able to get past Kansas City for a time, but they're playing tight defense.
Get ready, watch line. Kate, watch line.
Loera gets that foul called. Chicago gonna reset here. Milazzo over the ball to Colaprico. Overshoots DiBernardo. Hamilton now. A few points of attack there for Kansas City. Oh, just wide. What an opportunity. Making something. They know they just were just a little bit outside. Oh my, Hamilton there. And ultimately, you see that it's Rodriguez just outside. And you give credit to Nair to forcing that with her placement, at least in part, having Isabel Rodriguez have to go wide there. Corner in. Header one by Chicago. Pugh finds it. It's Pugh alone. Can she burn the back line of KC? No, opts to pull it back. DiBernardo now. Pugh not afraid to utilize that speed, but also wise enough to pull back as necessary. Now we see Kansas City looking for something. DiBernardo does not like that. Says she got ball.
30 seconds.
Curran draws that foul. Smart foul here by Curran. I think DiBernardo got a little bit more than ball, but not by much. A little bit too much on that kick.
2, 1. You can end whenever you're ready.
And that is time. Unbeaten streaks for both sides continue. Great resiliency by both teams as well. Something that Porter talked a lot about. Knows how resilient this Chicago Red Stars team is. Well, his team showed some as well. CeCe Kaiser gets the equalizer, and that is how both sides end up with a result here. Unbeaten streaks intact. Excellent, excellent game by Hamilton, you see there. Got the opening goal. Mallory Pugh involved in both goals for Chicago. And then CeCe Kaiser, second match with Kansas City. First goal of the season. And that's how we end. 2 for Kansas City, 2 for Chicago. That's the final in Kansas.